Hello, you guys. Happy Monday, and welcome to the start of another week. So, it's actually nighttime now. I didn't really pick up my camera to vlog today. I've mostly just spent the day getting organized and just trying to get ready for the week ahead of me. Took a shower. My hair is still wet. Kayla came. She accessed my port. I ran my fluids. I got some organizing done, some Etsy orders done. I got last week's vlog uploaded. Now I'm just setting out all my stuff for tomorrow since it's a PT day. I've got my outfit laid out, my braces all ready. And then I am just finishing packing up my bag. And I wanted to show you guys this. So these are called wash cards. They're from Lush. And they're like these little pieces of paper. And you can like rip off a piece and use it as soap. And so when I saw these on the website, I was like, oh, that would be so awesome. Because I am always going into public restrooms and then realizing that I can't use the soap because of my mask out, and I just feel gross not using soap. I tried carrying around like a bar of soap, and that just got difficult. So these thingies seem like the perfect solution. I think I'm just going to slip a couple in my wallet and we'll see how it works. Made sure that I ordered them in a scent that I was already familiar with and already using products with, so hopefully that doesn't bother me. Apparently they're made out of apple pulp. I think that those are probably going to come in quite handy. Literally. Let's see, besides that, I've been working a little bit on decorating the wall behind me. I'm like stuck in this little cave of mine pretty much all the time now because of my leg, so might as well make it fun and fill it with lots of little memories that are important to me. I do want to put my little do what you think you can't do decal right here, but I can't find it. I peeled it off my wall and then I put it on wax paper hoping that I would be able to stick it back on, but I can't find it, so I might have to order another one. I also put on these little lights, which are so cute, and they're USB powered, which is awesome, since over here I have like a little USB outlet. And now I want to just try to get to sleep a little bit earlier so that I will have a little bit more energy when it comes to PT tomorrow. I'm trying to be better about that in this new year, about getting to sleep a little bit earlier. We'll see. Okay, well, leg update for the day. That is not my knee. Those are my knees. And of course I'm having a mast cell reaction to the heat from my laptop. But yeah, that lump is not looking good. Yikes. Trish is not going to be very happy. Time to break out the rolling pin. Hello you guys, it is now Tuesday evening. I just got home from physical therapy. Last night, I had a little bit of a rough night. I was in a lot of pain and I was trying to rip off my knee brace, which obviously we don't want. I had to keep waking up, putting it back on, and then I would be up for a couple hours, answer some emails, do a little bit of crocheting, and then try to get back to sleep. It was just a weird night. And then my physical therapist texted me and was like, is there any way that you can come in an hour early today? I was like, sure. It's not like I'm getting any sleep anyway. So we went to PT, scrambled to get ready and out the door. That's why I didn't check in this morning. Got ready in record time. And that was probably the hardest drive. I was like writhing in pain the entire time. I had such bad burning in my leg. And I just like felt it pulsing. It was horrible. It's like my body is just fighting and fighting and fighting against the brace. And so I get there and we take off the brace and we look at my leg and we were like, holy moly, no wonder why I was in so much pain. You can see not only that my leg is like purple and yellow, but you can see the red area where the brace completely dug into my leg. Obviously that was cutting off circulation as well, so that was not helping my case. The red banding isn't because I put the brace on too tight initially. It's just that when the swelling got to be that bad, then that's when the brace started to dig in. So it wasn't just a case of me putting on the brace too tight and cutting off the blood circulation. It was an effect of that, if that makes any sense. She did her little fancy test where she holds hot water against me and cold water against me, and I think I actually did worse than last time. I got none of them right, and some of them I couldn't even feel at all, but as soon as she was able to get my fibula back in, it was like I could move my foot again, and a lot of the burning went away. But unfortunately, the feeling didn't come back as well as it has in the past, which kind of worried me. I still have that, like, you know that feeling when your foot falls asleep and you just get pins and needles and then you have to like wake it up and it feels really horrible? It's kind of in that like in between pins and needle stage, and it just feels like I'm getting electrocuted. It's really unpleasant, and I asked her, I was like, you know, is this gonna reverse itself? And she couldn't tell me. So, you know, I appreciate her honesty, because I feel like a lot of doctors just tell you what you want to hear, or they're very evasive. She is not afraid to say, I don't know. So we're just going to cross our fingers and we're going to pray that I am able to get full feeling back when this is all over. If not, I can learn to live with it. What I have learned over the years is that there are very few things that I cannot learn to live with, but I would very much prefer not to have to. But it's still extremely encouraging to all of us that I am able to regain a little bit of sensation and movement when she relocates my fibula, and that the swelling goes down significantly. And because after she relocated the fibula, I still sort of failed the hot and cold test, I have strict orders to be extremely careful with my foot and leg when it comes to extreme temperatures. Like, I shouldn't test out a bath with my foot, and I shouldn't really be walking around in the snow, because I will have no way of feeling if something is too hot or too cold. Wasn't really planning on going for a hike in the snow anyway, so I guess I'll be alright. I did also get a chance to try out one of these like little wash cards for the first time when I used their restroom, and it was totally a success. It was really fun. But what I didn't think about is that I was going to have to tear apart this cute little smiling bear. Can you see how cute his little face is? I had to like rip off his little arm. This is his brother. The other one is in my feeding pump bag. I tried to get some footage of it, but do you know how hard it is to film your own hands being washed by yourself in a public bathroom? It is darn near impossible. So I will try to film a little demo now and insert it for you guys so you can see what that looks like. I don't necessarily think that this is the perfect product for mast cell patients specifically, because this is a very scented product. This is a scent that doesn't bother me, but I imagine it would bother some people. But there are other scents and options. I think if you check out the Lush website, sometimes they are not on the American website. You can go to the Lush UK and you can still order from Lush UK. It's just that you have to pay a bit more shipping and you're gonna wait a little bit longer. But if soaps in public restrooms are something that you have a problem with and you're not satisfied with just using hand sanitizer, then this is actually a really good option to test out. I've never been a huge hand sanitizer person, to be honest. I've never really felt that clean after using it. And I also don't like putting alcohol on my hands constantly, because I have a very, very dry hands that tend to crack. And I just don't want to constantly be drying them out by putting alcohol on them. A couple of the little like pictures that I hung up yesterday already fell down because I stink at that kind of thing. And I couldn't find a hammer and nails, so I just used push pins, and it was not enough. So I'm going to try to get those hung up again tonight, hopefully. I'm going to have to find just some nails. They weren't where I usually keep them, which nothing is right now because I'm reorganizing for the new year. Whenever I reorganize, I feel like I'm just like more disorganized and lost than I was before. Okay, well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have a little nap, hopefully, and I will check in with you guys in a little while.
To avoid any possible misunderstanding, the MC must get all the players' attention and read the following little speech. This game is unfair. It is possible for there to be more than 10 appropriate answers for a topic. You may think of one that is not on the list. Too bad. To paraphrase one former government official, you know maker the game, you know maker the rules.
Hobbies.
That's too dry.
American rivers.
Oh, great.
Oh, no.
I think we should stay away from the geography. I think that's
Yeah, I
not
think we've
our
proven
expertise.
ourselves to be
We already did.
Yeah, I think we need like a remedial geography.
slightly incompetent.
It's hard. Peanuts.
Macadamian,
Almonds.
No,
Pecan.
yes.
Brazil,
Almonds, yep.
Brazil,
Brazil, yep.
Hazelnuts.
coconut,
Coconut, even though it's not a nut.
yeah,
Yep, no coconut.
water
Lima
chestnuts.
No.
Peanuts, even though not a
Oh,
nut.
chestnuts, I'll take it.
Okay,
Pecans.
chestnuts.
Yep.
What's the
Also
Nutella
pecans.
one?
Hazelnut.
I
Yeah.
already said hazelnut.
Okay.
There's only
We got almonds,
3 left.
walnuts,
Walnuts.
pecans.
Pecan.
You already got pecans. I think there's only
I wish the
one,
categories weren't
2
horrible.
left.
Cashews,
Yep.
Cashews.
We should play
I'm
scatter.
trying to
Pine
think of
nuts?
all the things I
No.
can have.
is it obvious?
Pistachio.
You got it.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
Category.
2 tens in a
My
row.
first allergic reaction.
Oh.
Oh.
Almost killed me.
Favorite kind of ice cream.
Nice, it paid off. Come on, one more.
Let's get that
One
bull.
more.
Oh.
Lion, tigers, bears,
Giraffe.
Oh my.
Owl. Oh, you're so basic, and I hate you.
falcon, eagle.
Think Africa.
Lion.
We said that.
Salsa.
Gazelle.
No.
Fawn.
Reindeer.
Think annoying in a movie.
You said Africa and you say reindeer?
Oh, we said
Hyena.
zebra.
Yes.
Yeah.
One second left.
Yes.
Alright,
I think that we might need to get a new game of Outburst because the one we have is so outdated that either we don't know any of the answers or it's actually really offensive. It was still really fun. I really love games and board games, stuff like that. And we also watched Mars Attacks, which is a total classic. Love me some Tim Burton. Definitely a fun night. Oh, and my friend Sarah got me this for my birthday. Ow, it just hit my face. It's like a real little leaf bug that is preserved in this cool little shadow box, and I love the floral backing. It's definitely very me. She said that they find all of their insects, so no one killed this. It really looks like it was made out of leaves. I love that. Thank you, Sarah. Just the perfect mixture of super pretty and girly and really stinking weird. You know me very, very well. Morning, you guys. It is Thursday, and I think I'm about to trim my hair. I haven't had a proper haircut in years, which you can probably tell. It's just a mixture of my head and neck being really sensitive to touch and also the mass out. I just can't go in a shop that smells like hairspray and fragrances and whatever. So I basically just trim it myself. I like my hair really long, so I don't trim it that much, but the ends are just getting so gross. I have oil in them right now, so they look extra gross, but I think, yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to try to cut off the dead ends, which is probably like all my hair. I like the length, but then I don't like it looking straggly at the ends, which it does. It looked better before, but I actually lost a lot of my hair during the whole like Zolair debacle. I was hoping it wasn't related, but like my hair was falling out in like clumps. It was so gross. And I was worried I was gonna like lose all of my hair, but it actually seems a lot better since stopping the Zolair. So that's good. I mean, I'm just worried if I add it back again someday that it's gonna all fall out. And of course I also still have my little brain surgery mullet thing going on in the back. My hair is like 7 different lengths in the back from all the times they shaved it for surgery. And obviously I lost a lot of thickness there. I don't know, it's thinner now and it needs to be trimmed. Like, that's disgusting. So, I do not have hair cutting scissors. All I have is this. And I don't really care if I mess up because I have curly hair, so no one has to know, right? I'm just gonna start with like the very ends. Oh, I think I put in too much oil. Well, I did it. Aww. I mean, it's definitely still dead at the ends. Like, I should cut more off. That looks about even, I think. I'm hoping this will like help it to curl up better because I do have naturally curly hair, but it's gotten so long and like dead at the ends that I only get like the curls up top. It feels shorter, but I have a feeling that it's going to look longer because it'll look more full. I think I'll probably put it in just like a crown braid right now just to get it out of my way. My succulent subscription box for the month just arrived. Oh wow, these are cool. I don't know if I've ever seen ones like this before. I'm gonna have to put these in some of those little pots from Nicole. And they didn't even get frozen even though it's been so cold out. I can't wait to plant these. A lot of you guys asked about this subscription box last time I showed it. I will definitely put the link down in the description. This is their Instagram name. And these have got to be like the most awesome, robust succulents ever. Like some of my other ones that I got in the mail, they ended up dying because they kind of froze on the way here and I couldn't nurse them back to health. But these ones, these two are the ones that I got from them last month and they are still doing so great and they didn't even lose like a single leaf on their way here. Hello you guys, we are just leaving PT, the PT train. Hey Laura.
Hi.
How'd it go?
My neck feels a lot
Feeling
better.
good?
My stomach feels less bloated.
So, okay, I have unfortunate news. It is definitive. The doctor here, the orthopedic specialist, will not see me. He will not take on my case. I'm too complicated. We scared him off. He felt like I needed to be in a bigger hospital setting that could handle some of the different complications that I might experience, which is fair enough. Honestly, I think it would be okay, but he's not comfortable with it, so. Then we said, okay, it looks like we're going to Wisconsin, so we called the specialist in Wisconsin, and apparently he just retired. So that happened. I was really kind of banking on him, so at this point my therapist just said, you have to just see anybody. We have to figure out what's going on because I cannot be handling this anymore because now it's getting medically dangerous. We're not just dealing with a pain issue, we're dealing with a lot more. So I was like, okay. So I kind of have no idea where we're going to go from here. I haven't heard of anybody who knows like a really great orthopedic around here who sees EDS patients. At this point, we just need a really good orthopedic who's willing to listen and maybe see things as a big picture and not just a knee or an ankle. Everyone that I've talked to has been like, oh yeah, I have a great ankle guy and a great foot guy or stuff like that, but really it needs to be addressed as one giant problem. Otherwise, I'm just going to, I feel like, end up in more trouble and having more and more surgeries. So that was kind of disappointing. We'll see where we go from here. And more important news, my hair definitely looks better. So anyway, we're gonna go visit some friends who are in town and we're gonna have fun and we're gonna deal with all of this later. We just left a message for someone in Boston who was recommended by a friend. Unfortunately, their office had just closed. It looks like we just missed them, but hopefully we get a call back from them and they're A, willing to see me, and B, willing to see me soon. And besides that, that's all we can do. So I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. We just saw them, but then we came out to the car to make a phone call. So I just have to try to leave this behind and enjoy our time. Keep you updated, as always. Today was really fun. I'm super glad we got to visit with my friends. They're the same friends that we went and visited a few months ago who have the 2 service dogs. Only one of them is on this trip this time. They come up every few months for a few weeks and do an intensive program with our physical therapy office. So this is my sister's first time actually meeting them, and she actually hasn't really met a whole lot of other EDS patients, especially the ones that we've met through my neurosurgeon and stuff like that. So she hears a lot of names and stories, but she never really gets to put a face to it. So I think it was really nice for her, and it was nice for her to have an environment where she could talk about her life and how she feels and be normal instead of being the weird one. And I really think that we can all relate to that feeling. So it was really nice. We had a nice time. I really want to try to see them again before they leave. I have to say it was a little bit of a blow today having both of the doctors that I was banking on fall through in the matter of like 10 minutes. But I did ask a friend if she had any recommendations, and her recommendation actually ended up being at the hospital that my primary care is through and that placed my port. And it seems like if he would see me, that would actually be a really, really good fit. If I did have to have surgery, I'd be close to home, which would be incredible. I just feel like maybe God was closing some doors so that he could open this one up. I'm not quite sure. It stinks that it's a Friday, so I won't be hearing back from anyone until at least Monday. But I have to say it's getting really scary that I'm not getting feeling back. And even with the corrections, I'm not getting feeling back, which I was before. And it's still like my foot is turning weird colors. The swelling is really gross. It's just not normal, and it's not something that you want to put off. This is now clearly a medical issue, not a rehab issue. When you're dealing with pain, it's less alarming. But when you're dealing with loss of sensation, loss of control, swelling, it's no longer a physical therapist issue. So if this guy turns me down, I have one more name, and then I'm in trouble if they don't take me either. It's weird being too sick for medical treatment, but it is one of the harsh realities of EDS is nobody wants to take on a complicated case. No one wants to have to manage all of the potential complications, and, you know, it's fair enough for a doctor to say, I think that you're beyond the scope of what I do, and I don't want to risk it. That's fair. But it stinks. It really stinks. Thank God I do have Trish. I don't know what we would have done these last few months without my physical therapy. I honestly do not. And I think it's really going to become my mission in life to fight for this kind of treatment for all EDS patients. I mean, the first thing that they tell you when you're diagnosed with EDS is to find a physical therapist, and that you're probably going to be in physical therapy for like the rest of your life. And then it's like, okay, there is nobody who understands this, and it's actually dangerous to be seeing someone who doesn't. I've had a lot of bad past experiences with physical therapy. I think that maybe I should just make a whole video on that. But I have to say, there is this opportunity coming up. So if you are a physical therapist or an occupational therapist or a massage therapist or a physical therapy assistant or OT student, and you are anywhere near New England or you are willing to fly to New Hampshire, there is going to be a weekend training seminar. It's either in March or April. I will link it down below. And it is focusing on the proper technique and treatment for issues with the pelvis and the ISJ and the SI joint and the pubic bone through manual therapy and muscle energy in patients who have connective tissue disorders. It is going to be taught by my physical therapist, Trish, and the owner of the practice, Mike Healy. Again, if you're a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, a massage therapist, just go. Or if you have a physical therapist in this area, urge your therapist to sign up for this training seminar. You will not regret it. I highly, highly recommend their technique. My entire pelvis is a mess, and she is just magic, totally painless. Everything's great. She has saved me from needing my SI joints fused. We need more physical therapists who understand this, and hopefully if they see a large turnout, they will continue to do more workshops like this for other parts of the body. This is just the ultimate opportunity. Guys, make your therapist go to this. Hey, Christina, do you have any plans for the weekend? Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm busy all weekend. I'm going to be trying out a new medication. That's right, I've blocked off the entire weekend for the sole purpose of trying a new medication. It was the one prescribed to me by my allergist. It is called ketotifen, which is kind of fun to say. And it is an antihistamine and a mast cell stabilizer. This is a medication that has to be specially formulated, so I had it made by a compounding pharmacy who sent it to me. I've had it for about a week now, and I haven't had a day that I had a chance to try it. So I blocked off this weekend, and I'm going to go for it. Hopefully I'm not going to react to this. I think that it would be pretty ironic if I did react to this, considering it's a medication that's meant to help me not react. But like we learned with the quercetin, my body doesn't necessarily always follow the rules on that either. So I'm excited and a little bit nervous. It's a medication that I've been wanting to try for a very long time, and I feel like it's kind of the last thing in the arsenal that I haven't given a try. So, here I go. Here goes nothing. Just in case. Okay, well, that's in my system now. We'll see how that goes. In the meantime, I'm just working on editing this vlog that you are watching now and doing a little bit of crocheting. I feel like my eye strain has just been really bad lately. I can't spend a whole lot of time looking at my computer. My eyes just like turn really bloodshot and get really painful, so I have to do it in short bursts. I have so many comments, messages, emails to answer, and it's frustrating, but I mean, I can only do so much. So I've been taking a lot of crochet breaks. I did decide that I am going to be listing some of my crochet projects up on my Etsy shop. Mostly my hats, because I've made like 20 of them, and I just have a bag full of hats now, and I don't need a bag full of hats. But I've also been working on some other little things. I made another one of those little shawls that I made, one for myself, and I think I'm going to be listing this one. It's just a very simple little shawl, and it has a little button closure in the middle. So I don't even know if that's something that people want, but it was fun to make. And then I also have been working on making a scarf that is also kind of a neck brace cover, if that makes sense. I have been wearing infinity scarves like crazy for the last 5 years to cover up my neck brace. And a lot of you guys have complimented me on my scarf. I have like that blue one, and I have like an off-white one. So I was kind of wondering if I could make one myself. I ordered this really soft, really chunky yarn to try out, and it ended up being kind of expensive. Like, I didn't know how expensive yarn is, and honestly, I probably will not be ordering it again because they did not give me as much yarn as I was expecting. Originally, I wanted to put tassels on this scarf. Tassels are really annoying when you have a neck brace on. Just anything like that will get caught like crazy in the Velcro. Like, both my favorite infinity scarves have tassels, and I love the look of them, but they are such a pain in the butt. So I made kind of like a prototype last night of my neck brace covering scarf. I think I'm going to be putting that up on my Etsy as well. I really don't know if anyone's going to be interested, but I figured I just didn't really need another scarf, and maybe it would benefit one of you guys. Let me show you it. I'm gonna put my neck brace on. Okay, so I just grabbed the closest neck brace I have, and this is what the scarf kind of cowl thing looks like over the neck brace. It's super cozy and super soft. I like it. It might be a little bit too big. I have a very, very small neck. Technically I should be in like pediatric size neck braces, but they're not long enough. But anyway, it covers the brace pretty well, and it doesn't get caught in the Velcro as much as some of my other scarves. I don't know, I guess it's nice. And if you wear under a coat, you know, it's pretty inconspicuous. You can barely tell that I'm wearing a neck brace, right? Pretty cute. So I'll probably put this up in my Etsy shop because I don't need it. I like it, but I don't need it. I have enough stuff. I don't know if anyone's even gonna be interested. I just make what I like to make, and then it's like a surprise to see if other people like it too. Funny to see what people's favorite things are, because a lot of the time the jewelry that is like my favorite piece isn't necessarily the one that you guys order the most of, so it's always a little bit interesting. Talk about drowsiness. So the good news is so far I haven't noticed any mast cell reaction to the ketotifen, which is fantastic. The bad news is that I am very tired, very drowsy. I wouldn't say necessarily sleepy tired, but heavy tired, in the sense that moving is very exhausting, and even taking deep breaths is tiring. When I move my eyes, everything tracks very slowly to catch up with it, and I just don't feel like this is functional. As a side effect, I don't know if this is something that I'll get used to after taking the medication for a while. I was thinking about maybe taking half a dose to start out with, especially since they are in capsules and it's bound to hit you a bit harder. When you're emptying out a capsule and dissolving it in water, it hits you all at once instead of taking a while to dissolve. But the capsules are really quite small, and once I got it open, it was pretty difficult to control the powder inside. I didn't really feel like I could break it in half in any way. So I guess we'll see if this is something that I can continue. I can see myself possibly taking this at night before bed, as long as it's not too much with my other sedative medications. But it's written for twice a day, and I don't think I can do this morning and night if this continues. This is not the kind of medication I would want to start my morning with. So yeah, that is my update for now. Really happy that I didn't seem to have a reaction this time. Maybe they can write for 0.5 milligram. I think this pill is 1 milligram. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I did learn my lesson from the Solaire. It's always good to ask about dosage, so I am going to ask. Hi guys, it is Christina from the future. I am editing this vlog now and realized I forgot to close it out. So if you liked this video, it'd be cool if you would give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, you can hit the subscribe button. And I will see you guys, well, today. Goodbye.